Welcome back. Welcome back. No, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Nerd Related Podcast.
Nerd related podcasts.
Me, Raymond Johnson, your boy Brian Soto.
We out here. Oh
So, how
no,
was
that's
your
not
week,
what I wanted to
brother?
do. Trying to live. Trying to live. Here we go. Trying to live. Now I can't unsee it. So before we started the podcast, my camera seems to be weird. I'm like orangey and Ray pointed it out to me and now I can't unsee it. So I'm just like, what is going on?
Kind of look like Beaker.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. It's kind of strange. Kind of strange. Outside of that, man, nothing busy ass week. A lot of new stuff. Um, Work was like fast but slow. You ever feel like, damn, it's Thursday, but then, damn, that feels like it took forever. I don't know. It's weird. Like, oh
Some
shit, it's
days,
Thursday already. But damn, those 3 days were long as shit.
some days just drag, dude.
It's just tough, 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 tough. How about you, man? What you been up to?
Shoot, well, I'm dreading going back to work tomorrow. I gotta go
You
back
going
to
back to work tomorrow? It's been a month
work.
already.
Yeah, didn't even feel like 4 weeks.
It was not 4 weeks. Stop
Yeah,
it.
I was off
There's
for four
no way it
weeks.
was 4 weeks.
Yeah, my daughter's a month old now, so yeah,
Wow, that's wild.
I got my hair cut. Obviously, I don't look like a piece of crap anymore. um, what else? My daughter came, so we've been chilling, watching some Stargirl. I watched the whole first season of True Detective because I was over with my daughter, and I just didn't go to sleep. Dude. So I watched like I don't know how many episodes it was because I started watching at like maybe like 2 in the morning. And then Tony's drunk ass came over this morning and it was like 9, 10, and I was just watching
Are
like the
you
last
still
episode.
watching it?
Dude, it's so good. True
Yeah,
Detective
I've
is like
never. I've only
the
watched like one episode, and then I watched an episode um because Alexandra Daddario's in one of the seasons. So I was like, let me check it out. I always hear good things. Most HBO shows are pretty solid, but
yeah.
I never got
Yeah.
around to it.
Yeah, I'll say the first season of True Detective is up there with like Last of Us to me. Like when I first watched it, it was some the best stuff I ever seen. And I like I said, I just sat through like I don't know 9, 10 hours again, all straight. Just watched them all, man. Woody Harrelson and um, what's the dude's name? All right, all right, all right.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, dude. They no, they kill it so hard in that show, man. The second season is pretty good too. I haven't watched the third; it's been out for a while, but haven't watched it. Has Blade in it?
Marshala Ali or whatever. The new
Yes,
Blade.
sir.
The new
That's-
Blade.
so I see your camera's picking up something new you bought there, Brian. It looks
Where?
pretty long. That's what
Long.
she said.
This?
The
Oh, my
monitor.
monitor.
I can see like it's taking up the whole. I can
Oh
see it.
yeah, so
Whole
big
board.
week. So I guess I'll start with my dumbass went through every possible troubleshooting method and that I thought was happening. I thought my computer was broken. Long story short, I ended up buying a graphics card. My problem persists. And I swear I checked the monitor. I swear I did, but apparently I didn't. It ended up being one of my monitors. So I ended up making an upgrade, which I got in here on Wednesday. This thing is massive. So it's a Samsung G9, the predecessor to the Neo. I didn't want to spend a gazillion dollars on a monitor. So Ray knows this. Some of you guys know this already online, or if you know me. But I was obsessed with the Samsung Arc 55-inch, just monstrosity. This thing is massive. But when they launched it, it was $3,500. I'm like, who the hell is gonna buy $3,500 monitor? I have an 85-inch TV in my living room that doesn't come nowhere near that cost. So I was waiting and waiting, and they've lowered the price. Apparently, no one's buying it to like $2,000. And then I spent like a whole week with it in my cart on Samsung's website. Like I don't know. I didn't. And then they threw this one on sale, which is the G9, normally around $1,500. It was $500 off, and I was like, whatever. Let's try this one. It's half of the cost. It should be all right. But let me tell you, there's things I buy, and I'm like, whatever. Then there's things I buy that I'm like, yo, this shit is amazing. This monitor is amazing. it just does. First off, I was able to get rid of. I had a dual monitor setup. I actually had 3 monitors in here. I was able to get rid of all of them, and now I just have the one. And this monitor lets me do picture in picture with inputs, so I can split it down the middle with no bezels, no division. Have the PlayStation or the Xbox on one side, computer on the other, while we're streaming, doing whatever multitasking. If I'm doing on a computer, I can split the screen in probably 4 to 8 different ways because it's so long and big, and just have different sectors of the screen. Right now, I have it split in thirds. So I have Ray right here in the middle. I have some stuff online over here, and then just my calendar on the right. And then that's just productivity wise. Playing Call of Duty on this thing, dog, is insane because it has a hard curve, and I sit relatively close. Like I can touch my monitor. The immersion, bro, is just nuts. Like when I turn it on, I feel like I'm in it.
I wish.
I feel like I'm in it. I can see so much better. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Speaking of playing Call of Duty, I'm sick of these conversations about like a game dying or whatever. Like they've been saying PUBG is gonna die forever. People are still playing it. Like the game like ain't gonna die. I understand like it's not doing too high right now. And then Fortnite had that big thing happen. You know, whenever Fortnite has something big happen, it takes some players
Yeah,
away.
players leave, go check something else out.
And Fortnite's killing it with that and stuff like that. But I like playing Fortnite, whatever. It just doesn't have the appeal of Call of Duty to me. Instead, I'm fine with Call of Duty. And right now, Call of Duty's killing it with the stuff. The first season, ugh, I don't know, man. It was hit or miss. But now, like, dude, I've bought like I don't know how I'm, saying to keep pumping them out. Like I see one today, I'm like, oh, that looks so dope. I like it. So I think Call of Duty's gonna die and like that. But then talking about bringing one shot sniper rifles back, I don't think one shot sniper rifle should be in BR. I mean, if you get a headshot,
It should be a headshot only.
Yeah,
it should be determined by body part. I don't care how much armor you have, because in Call of Duty you don't get helmets like in other BRs like Apex or PUBG. A headshot with the sniper rifle should knock you out, and not all snipers. Like a couple, the good ones, right? Like not every sniper headshot should be a one shot, but like the SPX or the SX80, that should be a one headshot. The Victus is pretty nasty. That one should be a one headshot. But like the Signal 50 with the fast, that shouldn't be a one shot because it shoots so fast anyways. Like you can just keep pumping them out.
Yeah.
So it should be specific, but it should happen. If I have a 50 cal, which the Signal 50 is a 50 cal, but if there's a 50 cal sniper rifle and I shoot you in the face, like, and you don't have a helmet on because you don't, you should be dead.
Gone. Your head's it's gonna explode. Your head's gonna be blown off.
That's interesting. They're reverting, man, back to a lot of the Warzone 1 stuff, which is interesting. I'm not really sure how I feel about it particularly, but they're bringing back movement, I hear, at the end of the season. They're bringing back everything. It's Warzone 1.5 now, just with the new map. Which, if that's what obviously a miscalculation on their side, but they should have just kept updating Warzone 1 at that point. Like, why did you invest the resources in developing this?
Yeah,
and making
like this game don't look any different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's interesting.
And then I bought my son FIFA because if you guys don't know, Game Pass right now has EA, it's like 60% off. So I bought him FIFA for it was like instead of 60, it was like 35 or something, 30, So yeah, we got him that because Jonah had FIFA, I had FIFA. He's like, Dad, you want to play FIFA? Then we get to come over to my thing. He just plug his controller up. Now he's like, Dad, you want to play FIFA? I'm like, yeah, load up. The other thing I don't like about FIFA, because me and Greg were trying pro clubs the other day. He's on PlayStation. I'm not. You can cross play regular matches.
You can?
You can't. Yeah, but you can't cross play pro clubs.
I didn't know you could cross play on EA games. I thought that was not a thing.
Yeah, I played somebody that was on computer, I think, on FIFA. Well, that might be able to work with Xbox, but because I can see his name on there and stuff, but I couldn't invite him to my pro club. But I think I think there's crossplay for just regular matches, but you can't do pro clubs crossplay.
Yeah, let's take a quick look here. It says following the crossplay test, we're expanding the availability of crossplay to more game modes in FIFA, as well as increasing the number of included platforms. In FIFA 23, crossplay will be available for players on the same platform generation. So PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Stadia, and PC versions of FIFA 23 will be crossplay compatible with one another. And then the PS4 and Xbox One versions will be crossplay. That's interesting.
Yeah, so we can play some games at least. If you ever want to get your butt whooped.
So FIFA will be crossplay available. Foot, Foot Champions, Foot Ultimate, Foot Online Friendlies, Foot Play a Friend, Online Friendlies, Online Seasons, and the virtual Bundesliga competitive game mode. Yeah, it doesn't have
That
the other
sucks.
one.
The coolest mode, pro clubs. You can't can that. You
It's
can't
interesting.
that. Right? It's weird.
I had no idea. Apparently, this has been a thing since FIFA 22. I didn't know it was a thing. It's a step forward though. Like if EA's doing it, I mean they're already doing it with shooters, but if they're doing it with sports games, that's a plus. That is a
Oh,
good
no,
thing.
for sure. Well, FIFA, man, it's like the most played game in the world, so you got to do something.
That's really cool. I don't know. Call of Duty is one of those things though, like just getting back to it. So like, I don't know, let's talk through this. So Resurgence came back. We never really were into Resurgence in Warzone 1. We're more battle royale folks. But this game, Ray, is now really high on Resurgence mode. So just talk us through why the change. I'm indifferent to it. I mean, it's faster, so like if I don't have a lot of time to play, like it's fun. But
I
to
want to
me
say,
personally, like getting wins is cool, but it doesn't feel the same. Like it doesn't. A battle royale win feels better still, and that's the best feeling in any shooter to me, compared to winning on Resurgence.
yeah, I'm at the point in that game where like a win's a win because it's tough to win on Resurgence still because they're coming back until your time stops or whatever. But I just been playing Resurgence more. It's not that I like one more than the other. It's just because like if I'm playing with my girlfriend, like she likes dying to be able to come back, right away. It's a lot faster, depending on who I'm playing with. If I'm playing with you and Zach, I'll run regular BR all day. You know what I'm saying? It just depends who I'm playing with, and most of the time I'm playing with people that either only want to play Resurgence or they're not good enough to play BR with
Yeah,
me. I'm not gonna
I mean
sit
it's
around.
more forgiving, right? Like because you can respawn. Like if they die, then they're not waiting around sitting for you to go buy them back, or if you die for whatever reason, they can just hide and you can come back and help. I get it, right? The speed of it feels better, especially
Yeah,
if you're not like good at first person
yeah.
shooters.
I like the build of the map though too. I like the build a lot. I think it's cool, man, with the sewers and the hills and the buildings and the water. I think it's really cool, man. I think the
It's
map
grown on me. I
it
mean, you
flows
play
good.
it a lot, so like when we hop on and it's faster paced. Like we've been playing it a lot, and we're getting a lot of wins too. Like even without me, you're getting a shit ton of wins. Today you have what, 5?
Five, yeah,
So like it's fun to win. Like if anybody ever tells you they play anything and don't want to win, they're lying, dog. There's no way you're playing a game just to not try to win. Like there's no way that's happening. So the more you win, obviously the better it is. But I don't know, there's this we've talked about this before. We might have even talked about it on a podcast in the past, but like we don't there's just no feeling like that to me. Like when you win a battle royale game, it just feels different. Like the sense of accomplishment is like euphoric. like oh shit, I outlasted 150 other people. Especially if you do it solo, but even in quads, it's difficult. The game modes play different. Like when you're playing trios versus quads, it feels completely different. Like even in Resurgence, it feels different. That extra
yeah,
person, the strategy, how you rotate, like how you take on, that threat when you're pushing on people if someone's not around. Like you're good enough to so I would consider you good enough to wipe 3 or 4 people. Like you can do that by yourself. I can do 2 or 3 by myself all the time. But adding that fourth person, it changes it, dog. Like I hit around the corner, I drop 3 all of a sudden. You have to be really, really good to make that happen.
yeah, for sure. And like I said, I've been getting wins, and then my girlfriend has like 2 kills or something. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to carry somebody in there than it is in regular BR because you're coming back the whole time. You know, to the
Yeah.
last circle.
I mean,
Got a
that's
couple
cool.
buy. Yeah, I love them. Them last minute buybacks. Now Corey was by himself. His teammate bought somebody back, but just one. I heard this one noise go off, and he was still sitting there. Everyone was yelling at him, and I'm like, he's like, buy us all back. Yeah, like $19,000. So he bought us all back. He got killed. I landed, and I waited, and I got the last 2 kills. I love. I do. I don't know what it is. I got a high percentage of that. If you buy me back at the end of the last circle, I'll get. I'm killing somebody or something. Might get
Yeah.
the win.
I mean, it's fun, man. I clutched a win yesterday. Was it yesterday? It was me, you, and somebody else. Zach. I think it was me, you, and Zach. Me and Zach were last live. He went down. I finished the dude. It feels good to win. Like, I'm never gonna take that away from anyone. Like, it feels good to win. No one wants to play a game and just constantly lose. But like, even it's just so different to me. Like, I enjoy playing Resurgence. I'll never like. I'm not gonna say let's not play that ever because it's just fun. But I don't know. It's just it's the prejudice in me, right? Like
It's not.
they'll be like,
Not
"Oh, I got this resurgence wins." I'll be like, "That's cool." Like, we get resurgence wins. It just don't hit the same for me.
I feel you, man. Like I said, most time, but that's people. If you don't pay research, what?
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, what do
Because
you
I,
mean?
I
Like,
wasn't I wasn't for it,
no,
and then
you
people
definitely
were like,
weren't. That's why I wanted to talk about it because it was. You'd be like, I ain't playing that shit. Even when it was coming back, we were like, who cares, right? Like, we might have talked
yeah,
about it on a podcast. Like who wants this? But now
yeah,
we're playing it 85% of the time, 90% of the time.
yeah. I mean, it's just fun. It's fun. Have a lot of fun playing it, and super fun. So you seen some new movies, Brian?
Oh
I'm jealous.
yeah.
I'm jealous.
No, I hit the movies a lot this week. So one thing I just noticed, just kind of off script here in general. Usually when I record this, I record the screen side by side. And right now, because of how I split the monitors, we're top and bottom. So it's gonna when I'm editing, it's gonna be a real fun experience, y'all. Let's see how that works out. Um, yeah, so Thursday night. So actually I bought tickets for Dungeons and Dragons. They had a sneak preview today at 2 p.m. Seems like across at least across our state, they was all over, probably across the country. So I hit my girl and I was like, "Hey, babe, you want to go see Dungeons and Dragons?" And she was like, "Nah, I don't really care for it." She was like, "But I want to see John Wick." So this was on Thursday. I was like, "Well, let's go see John Wick today. It just came out." So we'll start there. We went and saw John Wick. I mean, if you're a John Wick fan, you're not gonna be disappointed, right? Like you know what you're going to the movie for. Just a lot of outrageous, just really outrageous. Every time I watch a John Wick movie, I'm like, "There's no way they can up." How many people are killed or how they're killed. Let me tell you, there's a way. They figure it out every single time.
I can't wait. I just watched the third one the other day, just to get ready to watch number 4.
I mean, it's fun. Like it's the longest one though. By far, it's almost 3 hours. It's a long time. But I'm not kidding. Probably 80% of it is just straight action. Like there's certain breaks because they have to, right? Like there's no way it could be start to finish. But the movie
Yeah,
starts with a gunfight, and 80% of the rest of the way, somebody's getting killed, murdered, jumped on, ridden on, driven over. Something's happening.
does it start right from the end of 4, or is there like some
No,
time between?
this is a little. All the other ones started right after the first one. So the first one ended, the second one started like in the same spot, which is awesome. I like that they did that. The second one also is right away. The fourth one, they don't outright say it, but it feels like it's been a couple months. It feels like he's been a couple months kind of on the run and evading people. A lot of world traversing. They're going all over the world. They go to France. They go to like somewhere that has a desert in the Middle East. I can't remember specifically where it was. They're in Japan. They're in New York. Like there's a lot of you can't do that in the course of a week. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of
So
traveling. It was fun though, man. My girl, even after it's over, like yesterday, was it yesterday? No, Friday. She texted me at work and she was like, "I'm still thinking about the movie." So, I mean, and she's not even a really big action fan, but she was like, "Yo, this part was crazy," or "Why do you think this happened?" I'm trying to talk about it without spoiling it for you guys. Obviously, Ray hasn't seen it, but it was cool, man. Like A lot of really, really, dude. There's a couple scenes that make I feel like they're put there intentionally because I don't remember ever like laughing out loud at a John Wick movie, but there's a scene in this movie where the whole theater is just dying laughing because it was just like there's no way, come on, and there's just literally laughing out loud in the whole theater, which is really cool. Um, Go see it. What I will say is none of the other John Wick movies have end credit scenes. This one does. So make sure you stick around for that end credit scene.
Cool,
Um,
cool, cool.
so that's different. That's different. So you got to make sure you stick around for that. And then where do we go from here? So again, spoiler free, but a lot of things happen at the end of this movie. So you gotta see. Let's see where they take the franchise. Like we talked
I
about
laughed.
before, the Continental's coming, the Peacock,
Yeah.
Ballerina is gonna come out as a movie. That's a spinoff. So there's a lot of stuff in the John Wick universe about to pop off. It's a fun time. The action is just insane.
Yeah, I was
Insane.
gonna say I laughed during John Wick 3 though when he was like using the horses to kick the dudes and stuff.
Oh yeah,
I was
dude,
laughing.
and the library scene too. Like there's a lot of moments in the movies where I'm like, oh shit, and I'll like giggle, but this was like laughter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
what
can't wait
the
to see it,
hell?
man.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was really good. We enjoyed it. I'll probably watch it again. I don't know if I'd go to the movies to see it again, but it was a fun movie.
Well, you can't watch a John Wick movie once, dude. I've seen them all like multiple times, dude.
Super
And I
fun.
sit there through them the whole time. They're great. That's his best work. The John Wick movies to me.
So, have you ever seen the Berserker comic books?
Didn't you?
I borrowed you one. Yeah, you have seen it. I'd let you borrow one of them. So he had his hand in developing that, like writing the. He's the main character, his physical likeness, but he's helped develop the comic book. He's helped write it. Super involved in the process. They need to make this into a TV show or movie because it is
Where?
crazy. It's gonna be dope. I think Keanu Reeves' best work is in Knock Knock. You ever seen Knock Knock?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where he showed like his real acting chops. When I seen
The
that,
movie,
and that's when I fell in love with Ana de Alma. So I'm super biased on the movie in general, but
the movie surprised me.
it was good. I watch it randomly sometimes. Like Knock
And I
Knock
knew
is
nothing about it at
crazy.
all. I was like, oh shoot. Dude, I knew nothing about it. I was like, knock knock. I was like, this sounds so stupid. You know what I'm
Same.
saying?
I
I
don't
was
even know
like,
who put
yeah,
out my
what are you
radar.
doing? And I
Yeah.
watched it and I was like, I started told all my friends, like, man, you gotta watch this movie.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Before talking about Dungeons and Dragons, like one thing I noticed about John Wick, uh, people are back at the movies, y'all. Like it was packed, and they have multiple showings on a Thursday, which movies release on Thursdays now, but they're never like there's never a bunch of them. It's just a couple showings, unless it's a Marvel movie or something, and then they'll have like 13 different showings so yeah, everyone can get in.
Yeah.
But John Wick was similar. They had a lot, and they were all pretty much full, at least in the theater I went to. It was packed. Like we had to pre-order some food,
John Wick brings the people out, man.
and when we got there, we still had to wait. Like there was a lot of people there. It was interesting.
That's what I understand about Shazam. Like the first movie did numbers, people loved it. Seems like not much people went to go see the second one. I don't get why they like the first one so much. I think it's that news that DC put out, like whatever going forward, this is this. You know what I mean? Like people are. I think it dulled people out. It did me a little bit. Like me, I'm gonna go see it anyways. So I love DC and I love Shazam. So whatever. But to the normal um to normal people like that hearing that news or whatever probably threw them off. Like, oh my, why do I want to go see this?
That's for sure what happened. That's for sure what happened. There wasn't a lot of people there for Shazam when I went. I went on a Thursday as well. It wasn't as full. There was a decent amount of people, but it wasn't too crazy.
Yeah.
And then today for Dungeons and Dragons, that shit was packed. Like even when I bought the tickets, like I had to get like second row when it starts. It's not on the floor, where you got to look up, but where it first starts
Yeah.
going into stadium seating, I had to get second row, and there was only like the only two seats that were left on that whole section. So there was people there excited taking pictures with posters. It was like the
That's
nerds
dope.
came out for this. Like they're waiting on it.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons was fun. Fun movie. It
I want to see.
was
I want to see it.
There was some clapping at the end, so people dug it. People that know more about this, franchise than me.
Yeah,
So I don't play the game, right? I've never done role playing live action stuff. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons. But I feel like the name, and I could be 100% wrong. Let us know in the comments because again, this is not my thing. But I feel like the game, the movie, just has the title of the game and locations. Like I didn't necessarily feel anything towards like wanting to go play the game. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing. I
yeah,
just feel like if you want to expand, but I guess no one really owns like a lot of that stuff. Like it expands by, person to person, voice to voice. Somebody invites you to a party, you kind of show up, all of a sudden you're creating a character, you're into it, you're hosting
yeah.
games, you're the dungeon master. Um, but I feel like it didn't necessarily connect me, but people there for sure were invested. There was clapping at the end. Chris Pine was hilarious in this movie. Like there's just so many moments that were just fun moments.
It could be a nice comeback for him. I haven't seen him in too much stuff.
Yeah, no,
And
it
the
was
girl from
fun. Michelle Rodriguez is a killer. Like her character is just this warrior that is super badass.
the girl
Um,
from It's in there. She's a really good actor. I would like to see her in more stuff.
which one's the one from it?
The girl that could turn into that
Yeah, yeah. No,
beast.
she's cool. Yep.
Yeah.
And then um some audible reactions from the guy from Bridgerton. What's his name? What's the Bridgerton guy's name?
I don't even know what the heck Bridgerton is.
It's super popular on Netflix. Netflix cast. He's a light-skinned dude.
Oh, that's Will Smith's son.
Is it?
Yeah, he was in Pokemon. Detective Pokemon, Detective Pikachu.
I don't know if we're talking about the same guy. I think no. So that guy, he's a wizard. He's not. That's not who
Oh,
I'm talking about. But yeah, no, he's cool. What is it? Netflix. It's the Duke. His name in the show is like the Duke. My wife is like super into this guy. It's the only reason I know. Um, Images. Yeah, here he goes. There goes this guy.
yeah,
What's
Bridgerton's right
what's your
there.
name, buddy? His name is Gene. Raja Gene Page, I guess, is his name. You would know him if you saw him. Tall
Oh,
dude.
yeah, I
He's
bet.
actually really cool. He's like the super badass. Like he's not a mage. He doesn't really do magic, but he's clearly ancient. And he's really cool. He's not in it the whole time. He's just like a support character, but he was awesome.
Yeah, definitely want to see it. I remember the first time I seen the trailer and like it was like Dungeons and Dragons. I was like, and then I watched the trailer. I was like, okay, because I remember the first Dungeons and Dragons movie. Whew.
So I feel like it's very self-aware and it does it well. Like being self-aware and playing
It's
to
funny.
it made it fun, right? Like you can feel that it's supposed to be that and they know what it's supposed to be, so you felt it. And it was good. I thought it was fun. Fun movie, lots of stuff happened. Cool time, fun time.
Any trailers?
Everyone there liked it more than me, so that's a good thing.
Any trailers you see that you're looking?
Trailers. Ninja Turtles. That was one of the main trailers. I know you're super high on that. Talk to me. Let me talk
Well,
to you.
well, so me, it's anything Turtles. I don't care if it's the comic book Turtles, the first movie Turtles, the new movie Turtles, this new movie Turtles. If it's Turtles, I love it. I'm not gonna sit there and nitpick it because in the comic books they were 4 feet 11. In the first movie they were about 5, 5'9", 5. You know what I'm saying? And then the next movie they were big, and then this one's digital and the art looks a
Yeah.
little artsy fartsy. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care. I'm in. It's Ninja Turtles. I love everything. I've not liked anything Ninja Turtles. Even the third Ninja Turtles movie that sucks. I like it though. It's Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. So, I mean, obviously, we're gonna give it a chance. I'll enjoy it. Like from the trailers, it has a kid feel to it because of the animation, but the jokes and some of the scenes in the trailer have a very adult flair to them. Like, Donnie gets stabbed with a throwing star. Have you seen that on a trailer? And he's
Yes,
like, "What's
sir.
wrong with Donnie?" He's like, "It's still in my leg." That's super. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
that's not a kid thing. That is definitely designed for you and I to laugh
yeah,
about.
yeah,
And the cast, man, the cast is cool. Like, there's just a nice cast. The
yeah. And
voices seem appropriate. I just get like the animation. I know people compare it to like the Spider Verse because it's the last big animated, non Disney type feel to it. It feels more Clay to me though. It feels more Tim Burton than Spider Verse. But I don't know if it's a good plot. If good things happen, I think most people will enjoy it.
yeah. The main takeaway for me from this movie, like out of any other Ninja Turtle movies, is they're teenagers for real.
Yeah,
You know
they
what
are
I'm saying?
teenagers for real. Yep.
Like you could tell from watching it. You know what I'm saying? Like I know in the newer ones they were teenagers or whatever, but there was no really teenage aspects about it. Like when you watch this trailer, you could tell they're kids, or
You feel it. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm really thinking about that. And then Seth Rogen's doing it, and he's been killing it, man. The Boys, Invincible, or being a part of Invincible. Now now he's doing this. This is his whole thing. He's spearheading this. And I don't dislike anything from Seth Rogen. I actually like about 90% of everything he's ever done. Maybe 100%. I don't know. There's something that I've never watched that he was in or had something to do with, and it's always been pretty good. And it's Ninja Turtles, baby. So yeah,
So the cast, I
definitely.
mean, Rose Breen is in it, John Cena is in it, Jackie Chan is in it, Ice Cube, Paul Rudd, Maya Rudolph. Like, the cast is absolutely insane. Like, the people that are here are participating in the flick. Seth Rogen, I think they're gonna put out a really cool movie, and it's gonna probably stem out to a bunch of other really a franchise universe for Nickelodeon. It doesn't have to always be live action. I think Across the Spider Verse proved that, right?
Yeah. And so staying on the movies. So everybody seems like this can be the last hurrah for Shazam.
Ugh.
Even after the end credit scenes, which you would think it would go further. I mean, I hope there's enough pull that it does go because we have Hawkman sitting there, Adam Smasher. We have that team sitting there. What else to bring them together than a bigger, more popular person like Shazam? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, um, even if it was good, it's good movies, getting good fan scores. Like we talked about it. I liked it, we liked it, but it's not making a lot of money. A lot of people aren't I haven't gone to see it. So usually for a comic book movie, that means the end of it. For other movies, you'll see a part two come out when it was just like a cult classic or something like that. But with superhero movies, that don't happen. If it don't make money, it don't go nowhere.
I mean, it was dead on arrival, bro. They basically said the characters aren't continuing beyond this. Like, they couldn't have expected people to go. Like, the casual fans probably aren't gonna watch it because they're invested in the connectivity. So are us, right? But I wanted to give it a chance. I'm glad I did. I thought it was a really cool movie overall. But Zachary Levi's in a cabin somewhere posting videos. Like,
Yeah.
his publicist needs to get a hold of him because he's out here just spilling all the beans. Like,
I mean, I want
we
to see it.
tried to get Henry Cavill on the end credits for the first Shazam. The Rock basically blocked it. Then we tried to get rights for the second movie, and they weren't going for that either. Now the power play failed. Obviously, we talked about that a lot, but it sucks because Zachary Levi should continue playing Shazam. Like,
Oh yeah,
he's just perfect at it. He's
and
perfect at it. I
like
don't
I
even
said,
know who
I
else could do it at
since
this point. Like, he's just so good at it.
yeah, because I want to see more of the JSA. Definitely want to see more of Hawk, man. See if they get a new Doctor Fate. I want to see him incorporated with another team with superpowers. And then I want to see what's up with that caterpillar, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So it
He's been
sounds
gone
like
for
they
2 years.
tried to get Hawkman. They tried to get what did he say? It was Hawkman and someone else, and
Oh,
they just
Levi?
got shot out of it. Yeah, he was like, for the end credits for Shazam 2 when the JSA comes to recruit him. It was supposed to be Hawkman and somebody else. Who else is left on the team? Because Dr. Fate's gone.
That was fire.
He mentioned it. I can't remember.
Adam.
And then they don't let them use it. So they had to rework that. It's interesting. It's a shame, but we'll see. Like, I'm a broken record, but Flashpoint can change everything. Like, they can do whatever they want after that movie. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah,
We will see.
I forgot who came out and said that. They were saying that the Flashpoint is like one of the best movies they ever seen. They got like really big high hopes for it. The people that have seen it early, like it's getting nothing but like big ups, big talks, which I did not think was going to happen. So I'm excited, and I was excited from the trailer, but I mean to hear people actually watch it, because I was excited for the Batman vs Superman trailer.
Yeah.
And then after hearing people watching it, I went in. I had to boost myself back up. Like, man, I'm gonna enjoy this. You know what I'm saying? Because it was getting trashed so hard. So sometimes it sucks going into something like that.
Nah,
and then
yeah, because I try not to look before I go watch a movie. That's why I always want to see it when it comes out. Like, I'm always like, oh, why do you have to be the first one there? For that reason, right? I don't want to be influenced by anyone that saw it. I don't want to be spoiled by anything online because I don't have self-control, so I'm gonna be online looking, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be on my phone,
Yeah.
I'll be on apps, whatever. So like the first chance I get to see a movie, I have to see it. If I don't, then you get influenced, whether you want to or not. Like, we influence each other. Like, if you see a movie before I do, or if I see a movie before you and you ask me like, what'd you think? You already know how I answer to certain things. Be like, oh, I already know what that means. Like, it's not, you
Yeah.
didn't like it or whatever.
Yeah.
So even to that extent, like, I can't even let people that know me influence me on a movie. So I have to be first. I think so. We're gonna go to Mexico for one of my buddy's weddings, and I think Guardians comes out that weekend. I'm so like, come on, bro. Now I gotta wait a whole week, so it's gonna be real tough. Although on vacation, I do stay off my phone. But I really wanted to watch it the first day. I really wanted to.
I'm definitely going to, man. It's the end of an era. You guys getting too old.
Yeah,
Batista
the
definitely.
Guardians are done. The Guardians are done.
Well, there has to be a stop point for everybody. You get too old. How long are you gonna keep doing this? How long do you want to keep doing
Yeah,
it?
how long do you want?
You
Right, right.
know, obviously, like us, comic books go on forever. So I'd watch if they made a 20th Spider-Man movie. I'm there for it. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
mean,
it's
we're on
just,
Fast and the Furious 27 now, so they can keep doing whatever they want to do. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
dude, I haven't seen one since Tokyo Drift, so
I
I'm
enjoy
way.
them. I enjoy them for what they are. Well, I mean, the last one, bro, they ended up putting a rocket on a car and went into outer space. It was so outlandish. I was like, what is going on? But I don't go there expecting, a
Yeah,
Academy
yeah,
Award winning
yeah,
script. I go there expecting to see and feel, more importantly, because you can kind of feel the speed of it, right? Like,
yeah.
it's just a fun time. Let me go see some shit get blown out, race fast cars, whatever. Sometimes they go super overboard. It's not about family and racing cars no more. It's about saving the world and going to outer space, apparently.
Yeah.
And then no one's safe. Like, if you die in that franchise, you can come back. It's just crazy to me. It's
Like
fun though. It's a summer blockbuster fun. Like, it's just, Vin Diesel and his family going really fast, blowing shit up.
it's all about family.
It's
Yeah,
all about family.
I've never been in a car. I was never really a car guy, so it just has no interest to me.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
know,
we used
That's
to
fun.
race. We used to race cars back home all the time. Like Friday nights, Saturday nights, that was our thing, the street racing. So, and I think for me, that was born off of the first Fast and the Furious. Like, I came out of Fast and the Furious, my guy, believing I was a street racer. Like, I'm gonna do this for real. I must have watched that movie in the movie theaters like 3 times, but that's when it was about the cars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, like we left there, dog, just wanting to be street racers, and we lived it for a little bit. We lived it through probably like the fourth movie, and then you grow up. The
Yeah.
franchise moved on to spaceships and rockets, and then you kind of just become an adult.
So I was just thinking of this randomly talking about movies and stuff. So if you could take anything that's like not big right now or not a movie right now, but that like you have like a love for or just a hankering, whatever, like is there something that you would like to see be turned into a movie or like a
As a
popular
movie,
show, a big show?
trying to think of like stuff that I used to like for sure. It's harder because
Well,
we're like in the golden age of that time. Like everything that was popular in the 90s is either getting a TV show, a movie, or some type of new
the
adaptation,
first
which
thing
is awesome, right? Like that's super
yeah,
cool.
that would be a dope movie.
I
Is
don't know.
Mighty
Do you have
Mouse.
one in mind? Well, I think I'm gonna have
Mighty
to think
Mouse.
about it. I don't know. Mighty
Mighty
Mouse?
Mouse. Yeah,
I watched a
like
lot of
on a
Mighty Mouse.
like on a Spider-Verse scale, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I hate when they mix cartoons and people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I,
Same.
I
Like
really,
all the Tom and Jerry stuff, I'm not a fan.
Well, Tom and Jerry wasn't bad. I actually like that, but that's Tom and Jerry, whatever. But I mean, Mighty Mouse. You know how it should be a cartoon flick, whatever. But that comes to mind. And then Popeye. Popeye's my favorite cartoon of all time.
Popeyes would be
So it'll be
cool.
cool. It'll be cool to see him, and you know. But it would, like I said, that too would have to be cartoon because we got this guy walking around with these big old biceps looking and stuff. Even though that's my dog, but I would love to see. I'd love to see one of those. That'd be dope.
It's a great
Wacky
question.
Racers.
I'm trying to think, man. Like
Wacky Racers would be dope, and you could do that. Would be I would like to see that live action. I don't know if you've ever seen a cartoon Wacky Racers, but that was fire.
trying to think like cartoons or video games that I used to like watch religiously.
What we
Like
got? Yeah, because we got God of War come in, and then
like yeah, video games is different. Like newer video games, like Ghost of Tsushima is gonna be a movie, dude. That I know you don't play single player games, but it was crazy, and the movie's probably gonna be phenomenal. Um, I don't know, maybe like Biker Mice from Mars. Remember Biker Mice from Mars? I used to love Biker Mice from Mars. Like,
oh
I
man,
played the shit out of that game all the time too. Like I was on it, just
I had all the
racing
toys.
everybody.
Dude, you mutated animal. I was in
It was so
Street
cool.
Star.
Street
Oh, give me
Sharks,
Street
yeah,
Sharks,
Street
man.
Sharks would be cool too.
Give me
No,
Street
I think I'll
Sharks.
be partial to that, or like some type. I know they remade. Did they remake it, or did we get new episodes? Like Gargoyles would be cool, right? But like, I think that could be done live action pretty easily.
Oh yeah, yeah. That'd be fire live action, dude.
It would be cool. Yeah, I guess I'd go with Biker Mice from Mars if I had to not like sit down and look through different stuff that I watched
Yeah.
or played. I'd go with that.
SWAT Cats is coming back.
SWAT
I'm excited
Cats.
for that.
SWAT Cats was the
Dude,
shit,
SWAT Cats
bro.
is fire, dog.
It
This
was
is coming
good.
back.
SWAT Cats was good.
So I'm super excited for that. That's gonna be dope. Yeah, but I was just thinking of IP. I don't know why it popped in my head, but as popped in my head, I think that'd be cool.
Keeping it
Another
in the
wrestler movie would
90s
be
and
fire
video games,
too.
because you mentioned God of War and we talked about Ninja Turtles. So there is a comic book run right now called The Last Ronin. I might have talked about this before. I'm pretty sure I made a video or some TikToks on it. But basically, the turtles are dead. There's only one turtle left. I'm not going to spoil it for you because you should really be reading this comic book if you're a comic book fan. I'm not going to tell you which one of the turtles is the last turtle alive. But the rest of them kind of live in his head. And it's really cool. A darker version of the turtles in the future where Shredder's grandkid is just an absolute monster who killed the turtles. Very interesting plot. The books are really cool. So, kind of like breaking news this week, they are in talks, very early stages, to develop it as a video game because it's super popular, and it's gonna be inspired by God of War. Boy, I don't even need to hear nothing else. They don't got to even show me a trailer. From now until whenever it comes out in 2025, I am buying this game. Like, there's just
Yeah,
no other way around it.
yeah, because in God of War, like imagine you're switching through your weapons. Last running, you're switching through your
Yeah,
brother's
he has
weapons.
all of them, right? He has the katana, the
You
nunchucks.
switch your fighting styles up and stuff. That'd
Yeah.
be yeah. It'd be. I think it'd be good. I think it'd be really good.
I can picture it, dog,
Super.
having like an open world, like, because the last God of War was more open. It had like areas, but it was more open, kind of like the first Gotham games type thing. Or maybe
Yeah,
even the
yeah.
last Gotham ones where Gotham City was completely open. Like I can see New York kind of being more open and you finding your way through it, but dog, God of War inspired Ninja Turtle game. Shit.
Sign me up.
Dog, I can't. It's just I hate that they talked about it this early because he flat out said like it's super early, and we know how many games die, at the idea stage or even in the development stage. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
be so heartbroken if it doesn't see the light of day. But boy, if it comes out, I'm in.
We need more superhero games that are good because there's like none, well, except for Spider-Man and
Spider-Man's
Batman.
amazing. The
You
Miles
know,
spinoff was good. It's just tough. I know they were developing like the Arkham games were cool. Like they were definitely they changed a lot for superhero games. Gotham Knights was okay. The story was fun. Beat that. I think they're developing a Superman game, but it's hard. Like Superman, like how do you develop you know what I'm saying? Like Superman's just
Grand
hard to
Theft Auto.
develop anything in. It's impossible.
Grand Theft Auto.
And then
Us-
I mean, last week we talked about how, or the week before, Suicide Squad's so awful they basically pushed it, indefinitely. It's just really hard
Yeah, no one's talking about that
to
anymore.
adapt. Yeah, I mean, I'm over it. I don't even care anymore. Doesn't matter.
I think an X Men game would be fire.
I mean, dude,
And then,
how much did we play Ultimate Alliance, dog? Like, it can be simple. It doesn't have to be a crazy, like, single player amazing game. Because the Wolverine's supposed to come out, right? That's gonna be Spider-Man esque. It's a Wolverine game. Obviously, Wolverine's one of the most popular characters in Marvel's pantheon,
they've been
comic
talking
books
about
in
that
general,
forever, man.
forever, forever. But it doesn't have to be that. They try with Avengers. It was very Destiny. They're shutting that whole game down now after a couple years. Nobody's playing it. It doesn't have to be
Imagine the
that
people
difficult, guys. Just give me a
imagine
top
the people
down.
that spent like the $100 ones and didn't even get $20 worth of shit.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I would go back right now and stream with you Ultimate Alliance if they actually let it. Remember, we bought it. We bought it to play it on Xbox, and
Yeah,
we
and
couldn't
they
even
couldn't
like
even play.
group up to do it.
But people
I
don't
would play
remember
it
X
right now,
Men.
though. I would play it right now.
X Men started at X Men had the first game that was like Ultimate Alliance, and after that X Men game, they made Ultimate Alliance. And I played the heck out of that
I
X
mean,
Men
the
game.
one on the Switch. There's an Ultimate Alliance on the Switch. That one's fun too. It's
Dude,
just
all the Ultimate Alliances are
it's
well. There's
good.
only
They're
two,
just
but
good.
yeah. And then the DLCs with Fire Man, Black Panther, Gambit, was a Juggernaut, Cable. I'm trying to remember because I remember all of them. Magneto.
I might get off of here and go play that on the Switch. I'm not even kidding. Like, nah, I just want to go play the,
Oh yeah,
Ultimate Alliance game.
forgot about Ultimate Alliance on the Switch.
Yeah, they got it on the Switch.
I feel like I just have it doesn't have the same feel. I guess I don't know. I think they
No,
kind
it
of
feels
dropped the ball.
different. It does feel different, but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Man, I forgot about that because dude, I super died out on it, dude. I didn't even buy to get the. I think I did. I might have got the first DLC. I might buy that game again.
I think it might
I
be
might play it
cheap.
with you.
They have
Maybe.
right now at Target. I posted on a Facebook page. Target has a buy one get one 50% off right now on video games and board games. So check
Ooh,
that out if you need any new gaming
gotta
stuff.
get some more board games, man. I bought the Willy Wonka game. Still haven't played it yet.
Yeah, I know you guys been doing a lot of family night. You guys been doing the operation stuff. I hear, Junie in the background trying to run those games. But
I
yeah,
might bust.
board games, books, movies, and video games. Not all of them, but most of them are on sale. Buy one, get one 50% off. So it is the
Yeah.
time to go stock up.
Yeah, I just try to do that more and more, man. Because me growing up, I always wanted to play board games and stuff, and my dad was never into it. So my mom would try to play with us, but my mom's her she don't got tolerance for bullshit. So me and my brother pissing her off, but she'd be yelling at her or something, and we just quit. And then every time we asked my dad, he never wanted to play. You know what I'm saying? So me, I always wanted to play board games. I got kids now, so try to play as much as I can with them. Just little things that I wanted. So and board games are fun, man. Tabletop games are fun. Like if we live closer, we definitely play HeroClix more than a couple times a
Oh,
week.
no, for sure. I mean,
You know,
we used to go down to Danny's house a lot to just play all kinds of board games like
I
Settlers
was
of Catan. Settlers of Catan is a fun, like,
bro,
cool ass game.
I was looking into the new set. I was watching some videos with my girl, and she was into it because the guy from the guy that does the videos was on Varsity Blues, a TV show or
Yeah.
whatever it is, or Friday Night Lights, something like one of those football shows. So she knew him, and she's like, "He's a nerd like that." I'm like, "Dude, the biggest nerd like
Are you
that
talking
guy's."
about the dude that opens the HeroClix?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's read like all the comic books, man, his shirts, all the gear he has in his room and stuff like that. He's a super nerd. She's like, "He's a nerd like that." She's like, "You guys are nerds." And she was because they were showing the pieces and stuff like that, and I was like, "Oh, so this does that." And then she was like,
Okay. I mean, I want to play all the time. I spent so much money on that shit first off, but
dude, it
it's
took a lot
just
of takes to the person that don't play and you're trying to talk to them, they're like,
yeah, it's
well,
tough.
All
I
right.
mean, even when you were showing me how to play, and I consider myself a particularly smart person, and I pick up when it comes to strategy, like I develop strategies quickly. Like we talk about on Marvel Snap, like I just work different, and I think that's why
Mhm.
when I finally learned how to play clicks, I was just like I would beat you more often than not, but it's because I grew up thinking like ahead. So like once I got it, but getting it, dog, those first 2 or 3 months when we started playing, it was super frustrating. Like, what? Like, no, you can't do that. Like, what do you mean I can't? You know what I'm saying? Like, no way.
Yeah, I
It's
remember playing with
hard.
my
It's
friend. Like,
hard.
I went to the store to get comic books. I seen them little pieces in there. I pointed like a little kid. I was like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Oh, this right?" He grabbed it. He's like, "That's HeroClix." He started explaining it to me. I was like, "Yeah, want that?" And there was like 30, $40. It was a starter set. My buddy bought one too, and I think we bought collection boosters. We went home, and dude, we were arguing with each other for hours. We didn't know what the hell to do. We were looking up videos. It took us like a week. He kept coming over for us to learn how to play the game,
Yeah.
man. You
I
know,
mean, you just
then
live so far, right? So like I could only go over there on weekends or every other weekend. So like, but once you get it, I mean, I started going to like the weekly events at the stores around
oh
here.
yeah, dude, nothing better than a new set of HeroClix come out. You open it up, you're like, where can I get in there?
That I
Dude, I
mean, it's
used
the
to trade
same
the
you get
guy.
from opening cards. It's that plastic,
I used to
that
trade the
liquid.
owner. I used to trade the owner. Like I pull a piece, and I never wanted none of the chases, so I was like, I'll trade you this chase, and he'd be like, I'll give you like 4 pack. I'm like, yeah, yeah, for sure. It'd be like a $60 piece. You know, I get like $40 worth of pack. I'm like, yeah, sure, all day, all day. Man,
Not
yeah,
me. I
like
wanted all of them. Like when we started playing, and I think Agents of Shield, the Agents of Shield one came out, and I was like, I need all of these, Ray. I need all.
yeah.
Of them. Like I'm gonna buy
The
a
X Men
case of
set.
this shit, and
I
we're
think
gonna
you
get
got
all
everything.
of them.
X Men set. The X Men
Yeah,
set.
dude.
Did you ever?
There's like two new X Men. There's a Dawn of X set that came out. There was
Oh yeah, yeah. We were talking about that.
there's a
You
more
and Luke
recent X
bought
Men
it
one
just to
that's
buy
out
it.
right now too. Every
Yeah.
time I go to the comic book store to pick up comic books, yeah, they have them right at the front of the door. So like I walk past them, and my wife, if she's with me, she's like, don't even look over there," you know, because I'll
Dude, they didn't
start.
make it. They didn't make a digital version of this, man. They have digital versions of every other thing else. If they made a digital version of that game, I'd be on there all the time.
All the
You know what
time.
I'm saying?
It would
Because
be fire.
yeah, yeah, it's almost like Marvel Snap. You know what I'm saying? They're like not nothing can compare to HeroClix, guys. Like there's so many rules, so many abilities and stuff, and it's just these little pieces with dials and cards. But it's amazing if you're a comic book fan and then a tabletop fan in general. Like the game is amazing, dude. The pieces you'll get an obscure piece for some comic book that no one's ever read. You never read. You might not even know this person, or or they'll have pieces. Like they had the Deadpool on a unicorn, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that piece is going for over $100 for a long time. Or they had the special edition Superman and Wonder Woman, and they were both on one piece. Remember that piece was
World's
like,
Finest. They had Batman and Superman on One Piece. There's a lot of cool like sculpts
yeah,
in
and the Doctor
general.
Strange with the 8-sided die or whatever. You know what I mean?
That was
Man.
cool. To tie it to more recent stuff, right? That we have been talking about, like Marvel Snap. Like there are things from HeroClix they could take. Like on HeroClix, you get a bonus for theme teams. Like extra stuff happen if you create a team that has the same keywords or they're a part of an actual comic book team. Like if
Yeah.
you're doing all villains, you get a bonus for that. Like that would take Marvel Snap to another level because right now the meta is basically whatever newest card came out that's overpowered. Kind of like in Call of Duty where the new gun that comes out is the meta because it's the strongest gun that, you know what I'm saying? Until they adjust it. And they've done
Yeah.
a really good job of adjusting the new cards on Marvel Snap as they go through, like anything else. But how cool would it be if I would get an additional ability or something triggers if I did an all X-Men team, right? Or
Yeah.
an all like female team or whatever, an all mutant team. Like because
Yeah.
HeroClix, if you have an actual title, so if you're an X-Men, an Avenger, like that would give you one bonus. But if you had a subtitle like mutant or flyer or something, that would give you a lesser bonus, but it would still give you a bonus if they were all within that subcategory. I think it would
Yeah.
take the game to another level.
And the pieces and the sets work together and stuff. Like it seems like I don't know if they have a Twitter or something like that. Maybe I need to get on their Twitter and comment on her. But it'd be cool if also the players kind of worked off each other. Not all of them, but like something here and there. Like especially with the Fantastic Four, they have all four members on
Right.
that
How do
game.
they not feed off
and
of each other.
none of them work together at all. You know what I'm
So I
saying?
feel like
Like,
the only ones that really do that. So there are a couple that do it to an extent, not to what we're talking about, because they could definitely go further. But like Thor and his hammer, like you play Thor, you get the hammer. When you play the hammer, Thor becomes stronger. That's the type of stuff we're talking about. That's cool. Like if you have Thanos in your deck, you get all the Infinity Stones at the beginning shuffled into your deck. If you play all the Infinity Stone, Thanos doubles his power. Like stuff like that can be way more
yeah,
built in, but not those are just individual cards that get those bonuses. But like say the Fantastic Four, if you play them all on, there's four of them. If you play all four of them on one of the locations, maybe something special happens, right? If they're all on the same location, like stuff like that would be really cool to me.
yeah. I seen that Master Ball card. It works with the Sentinels and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. They're getting there. I
Yeah.
feel like they're. I mean,
I mean, we're
it
months
just
in.
started.
Yeah, it just started.
Yeah,
It just started.
yeah, and they're
And
already
it had to
updating
be
cards. Like
easy.
they,
It had to be
yeah.
simple. Like it had to be something that people could just play on the
I feel
go. And
like
that's what it is. Like it's super easy to get, to get going.
yeah, I feel like Wolverine should his stuff should be different or something.
They changed them. They try to
I
make
mean,
them more playable.
yeah, but he's still like he starts as like
Yeah.
a 2/2 or something. If you destroy him, he becomes a 2/4. What do you
Yeah.
do?
Then
I think
8
you
if
should
you
have
destroy
like
them again.
yeah, because there's cards that make your cards go negative and stuff like that. I feel like Wolverine, like every turn, if he went negative, he should be doubling, not double back, but he should be, you
Healing.
know, yeah, yeah, like
Yeah.
something like that would be
Yeah.
cool
He should
because
have like a heal factor. Like if he gets his power reduced every turn, it goes back, up a click, right? It'll increase. It would be cool. It should be like a passive ability on the card. Also, I
yeah,
think what can make them better is just making them a one cost, because Deadpool is a one cost, and it's easier to kill Deadpool than it is to kill Wolverine. Because I can use Killmonger, I can use any of the other,
yeah, he's a
destruction
weird,
cards
yeah,
for the one, and it's easier to get them on there. Like Deadpool can become a 16 super fast. Like it's harder to get rid of Wolverine because you'd have to like, and we're talking like everyone plays Marvel Snap. If you're not playing Marvel Snap, you should
you
definitely be
should,
playing Marvel Snap.
yeah, man,
Hit us up, add us, we can play for sure. But
yeah, because now you can play your friends, and the game is super fast, man, like 3 to 4 minutes,
yeah,
and the game's done. You know what I'm saying? And and you're collecting different cards, then you're leveling up your cards. Then they're putting out new cards all the time. There's different ways to get new cards. They're putting out variants of new cards. They put out like little bundles,
so many
and
variants, y'all. So
it's
many
fun.
variants.
And then like some of the players, like if you click on when you touch them or play them, they do like certain things like Cyclops laser beam. The whole time you're like holding this card, you get the whole time you're holding it, his
The
laser beam shoots.
lasers coming out.
Or if you play
Electro, when you play
Electro,
Electro,
yeah,
the electricity pops up. Sandman, when
yeah,
he
you
stops, the
can.
sand comes out.
Yeah, the fans going. Yeah, dude, they or when the Hobgoblin and Green Goblin, they like laugh and smoke comes out and the flap at the time. Like they snap with Marvel Snap.
No, it's good. And then, so one thing I didn't used to do until you told me, like my phone's always on silent, like always. I never turn it off of silent. So I probably spent the first 2 months of this game being out, never hearing what
That's
it sounds like.
that's crazy to me. When you told me that, I'm like, dude, you have
And
to put
then
the
Ray
sound.
was like, "Bro, the sound is the coolest part." So I turned it on. I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, it does. It is pretty cool when you start playing, when you play the
Uh-huh.
card, or they have different sounds, and it even says like snap, or like just it's a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
more,
man.
more what do I want to say?
Immersive.
Immersive. Yeah, more immersive.
Especially if you're a comic book fan, like you don't want to just have cards. They actually have the sounds and the players. I mean,
Well, I typically
it's
play it like at the end of the day, my wife's sleeping, I'm in the bed, and I'm all of a sudden, next thing you know, an hour and a half went by, and I'm trying to play as many games as I can. So I play it every day. But it's the perfect like toilet game, half asleep game. Like it's
yeah,
quick,
just sit on the couch, your
fun.
girlfriend
Yeah.
something you
You're
don't really
watching a
want to
show
watch.
or something that you don't necessarily need to pay a bunch of attention to. I play it a lot like if I'm watching the Bucks or during a tournament. Like unless the game is close, like I don't have to have my full attention to that. So I'll be like on snap and then as it tightens up, like I'll put my phone down and just watch. But no, I mean that's fun.
Love that game.
Love it.
Love, love it.
Love it. Dude, now I want to play clicks, but I can't start buying that shit again. I just can't.
Oh, dude, that's the
I
money
can't.
pit.
I can't.
So when now, dude, and then I was deep in there, man. I was trading, selling. I was in there,
I
man.
mean,
In
I ramped up quick. Once I got the hang of it, I was like, I'm buying a case. I'm buying a nut. I'm buying a whole case of this shit.
yeah,
It
because
was fun, and it was fun to open them. It was fun to just open them, see what you got. It's no different than opening a pack of cards, Pokemon, Magic, whatever you collect. It was just fun.
yeah, for sure,
On
man.
Snap, it's similar. Like every time I get a mystery card or a variant, I click on it. I'm like, oh, what am I gonna get? What am I gonna
Yeah,
get?
yeah. All those question mark, the golden boxes when you're working your way up. I'm like,
Yep.
this could be a new card I don't got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I was going through a lot of my So there's I wanted to see what I was missing. There's a website called Marvel Snap Zone. I don't know if you've seen it, but you can go on there,
Oh,
create an account, and you can add all the cards you have, and it'll tell you all the ones that you're missing or don't have, or what's coming by series and all that stuff. There's a lot of other stuff on there. I don't use it too much. You could post like your favorite deck, and people like vote on it and see like if it's good or not good, and it tells you the average cost, the average power. You can write in there like how much you win with it or lose with it. People can use it. It's pretty cool. It's free, but I use it mostly to see what cards I have, because you can go on there and make your decks on the website, and then it'll give you that code, and you can just copy the code from the website and it'll build the deck in the game. It's crazy.
oh,
Like I
that's
don't even
cool.
have to do it like on the phone if I don't want to. It's pretty cool.
I
And
hope
they're
they
working on bringing it to console. So it's popular enough that they're working on a
oh,
version to bring it on console too. So that's cool.
let's go. I mean, I'm excited to see what new cars going on, man. They need to do multiple Ghost Riders for sure. There should be a Robbie Reyes Ghost
Yeah,
Rider
there
with the
should be a
car.
Robbie Reyes.
That'd be fire, man.
There's so many variants, dude. Like I want all the Jim Lee variants. Like every time I see some special looking card, I know you like the 8-bit ones. The 8-bit ones are cool. I
Yeah, I
like the
love.
chibi one. Jibby? Is that you say Jibby? Chibi? I don't even know how to say it, but the little
I
like,
think it's Chibi
yeah, those are
or Chibi.
cool. And then anything like all the X-Men ones, I always show Ray. I'll send him a screenshot like, bro, I need to buy it. Like anything that comes on their X-Men special variant edition, like I need to buy this.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about like because they have so many cars already, man. But like,
So many.
there's so much other stuff too, just to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm excited to see what the next cards and stuff are gonna be because I have like every Spider-Man villain in there. Everyone. X-Men. There's some people I've been seeing from well, plenty of X-Men, obviously.
So
Not
Blink's not on there. Like I'd love to see a Blink card. That would be cool.
there are some of the bad guys. What's his name? Pyro. I'm thinking you do a Pyro, Quake, the Blob. None of those guys
Yeah, the
are on
Blob would
there.
be cool.
Would
So
love
on
to see
there you
those
can
guys.
see like apparently during the beta there was other cards that aren't available anymore. So I assume in the future they're gonna bring them back. But there's like a list of 30 cards that were available at one point and aren't in the game right now. So that's cool to see. And then you can see every variant of every card that's currently available in the game. So like if you wanted to see all the 8-bit cards, you can go on there and click on all the cards and it'll show you like all the 8-bit versions
Oh,
of
okay.
it. It's pretty
Yeah,
neat. I enjoy it.
for sure. I love the game. I'm glad it's a thing.
No, it's super cool. Speaking of games and video games, so you guys know Mario is coming out, Super Mario World, the movie, April 5th, on its way. And I only know this because my wife she literally talked to me about this before I walked down here. So I was like, I want to make sure we talk about it with Ray. Do you know what Lush is? It's a women girl thing.
No.
They do like makeups, or
Okay.
is it makeups or is it food? Let's see. Yeah, it's a cosmetic company called Lush. So they have partnered with the Super Mario Brothers movie. And there is all kinds of stuff on here. They have like cubes, the question mark cubes. They have like
Oh,
Mario lotion. They have peach spray for your hair. They have what is this? And they're only like $10. So that's a cool thing. But there's all kinds of stuff on here. That looks really interesting and rare, I guess, right? For like
yeah. The
it's
collector.
a game. It's a game movie, but we have a pretty significant cosmetic company, I would assume here. So they
There's a
have
little Mario.
a limited edition range of Super Mario inspired smellies, including soaps, shower gels, and bath bombs. Yeah.
I might have to get some.
So that's
It's
actually
trans like I
pretty
said,
cool.
there's some things that just transcend what they're meant for. You know,
Yeah, I mean
Mario.
Mario's
You put
super, yeah, super
yeah,
popular.
you put anything on Mario, then you know. And talking
They
about super
got
popular.
so Princess Peach body spray described as a fruity burst of peach and pineapple, a Mario cola scented shower gel, and a fresh
Oh,
crisp apple scented Luigi shower gel. There's also some gold shaped soap, a question block 2-in-1 bath bomb, plus 2 shower jellies, and a juicy jiggly wiggly one of peach. I
oh
mean,
yeah,
it's interesting. I love it when there's crossover stuff with like other
man,
things people use, but that's
I would
pretty
love a bar
interesting.
of soap in the shape of a Mario coin.
That's pretty cool.
That's fire.
That
I
I
would love
mean,
that.
I probably won't buy none, but it seems really cool. Really cool. So one
Keep it on the
thing,
cool. Oh yeah, go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
Oh yeah, keep it on the cool stuff. Um, Power Rangers trailer. Super, super excited. Rita's back. Some of the originals are back. Obviously, you know, Tommy's gone. Trini's gone. But they put Trini's daughter's going to be in it. And then Rita Repulsa's back. Billy, Zach. Was Kimberly in the trailer? I don't think so.
No, she's not in it. That's actually what I'm looking up because I don't want to misquote her. But what I think I read was,
Let's get paid too much.
yeah, she asked for more money and they didn't want to oblige, so they basically just didn't use her.
Oh, for sure. I want to neither. Like you ain't bigger than Power Rangers. Power Rangers has been going on for 30 years. It's huge. You know what I'm saying? You're not bigger than that. The only person bigger than that is Tommy. You know what I'm saying? Tommy transcended Power Rangers.
Yeah,
You
he
know what I'm
did
saying?
for sure. Yeah, so the original Power Rangers star Amy Jo Johnson says she wasn't offered enough money to return for the Netflix reunion special. So we got Billy, we got Zach, and it's awesome to see them in it. And then
Yeah, Rocky. I see
Rocky's in
Rocky.
it, and then the blonde Pink Ranger that was right after Kimberly, I think, is in it. Um,
Be
it's
fire.
cool. I mean, I wish she was in it because it would give us like it feels like an empty reunion, especially with Jason David Frank not in it. But I mean, the original Jason's not in it either, so I get it, right? Like it is what it is.
Well, he ain't in it because he's in prison
Yeah, he's
for millions of dollars worth of tax fraud or whatever he was doing. Idiot.
so it'll be cool though. It looks cool. Like Rita looks pretty cool. Um, the plot seems to be they kill Trini, which Trini passed away in real life in a car accident, and Trini's daughter now kind of wants revenge on it. So I assume she's gonna be the Yellow Ranger because we only see the Pink Ranger, the blue, the red, and the black. So at some point, maybe I would assume it's about
That'd be
55
cool.
minutes long, so it's only about an hour. It's not gonna be a super long movie,
And I
but I'm
can't wait.
excited. I'm excited. It's gonna be cool.
Dude, I watched some of the new Rangers, so like I'm forever a Ranger baby.
Forever Ranger.
I'm hearing Jason David Frank's movie's gonna get a theatrical release.
They are releasing it. They are, dude. That's gonna blow up. Like this is gonna be one of those surprise, crazy revenue generating movies. Like out of I know they know it, otherwise they wouldn't release it at the movie theaters. And I'm
Mhm.
assuming some of these proceeds are gonna go to his family. But if you're a Power Ranger fan or a nerd dog, like this is gonna be nuts. This is gonna be one of those. And they say that he's like amazing in it. Like his heart was poured into this role. Um,
Well, he is
boy,
Tommy. Like,
he's
he
Tommy.
is the Green Ranger. He is the White
He's
Ranger. He's
Tommy.
the Gold Ranger. He's the Red Ranger.
He's
He
the
is Power
Zeo Red
Ranger.
Ranger.
He's Power Ranger, dog. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he poured his whole heart into it. That's his life. You know what I'm saying? His life is Power Rangers.
It's interesting, man. I mean, he's the one character because what you said is what the movie studios or Hasbro thinks, right? Like no one transcends the brand. Like that's why they didn't give her no money. But Jason David Frank transcended the brand. Like he was the Power Ranger. You know what I'm saying? He's the look at
Mhm.
behind me, dog. You can see it kind of over here. Like I have his helmet. I
Ranger.
have posters. Like we're out here. he was the Green Ranger, the White Ranger. Like every Ranger he was automatically became the most popular Ranger, and he knew it. They had to accept it. There's a lot of cool stories that he, if you listen to his interviews, he talked about like, hey, we should do this, and they wouldn't like want to kind of roll with it because he was like, and this makes a shit ton of sense. I don't understand. There's an interview I watched. He was like, it doesn't make sense that the company that owns these rights don't do more with it. Like he was like, imagine an anime Power Rangers that you could stretch out over however long you want with like just the original voice. Like, why would you not do that? And then
Yeah, where's
on
that
top
been?
of, dude, insane. So he was in the interview. He mentioned probably like 3 ideas that he pitched, and they were like, "Nah, we don't want nothing of that." But the Power Ranger comic book right now is going strong. Like, and they're good. They have the regular Power Ranger line. They have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Power Ranger crossover that was super popular, and they've kept it going. The turtles are dressed as using the power coins and being rangers and like crossovers, and Lord Zed's out here wrecking all kinds of stuff in the regular main line. It's cool. Like people are reading it, they're enjoying it. It's his likeness. So like Tommy, it looks like Jason David Frank in the book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But I
they
could,
met.
dude, an
Uh,
anime Power Rangers would be fire.
God, hurry, dude, do that. Give me
It
100
would be
episodes of that.
absolute fire. They can follow the comic book. They don't even got to think of original stories because just follow the comic book arc. They're like on issue 100 and something. Like it's been out forever now.
Yeah.
So it would be crazy.
Well, it's not that hard, man. Oh, we got a monster. We got to fight him, dude. I watch that every single week. A new monster with new powers. You got to figure out how to beat. Give me that. Give me that, man.
Yeah, and then an overarching arc where it's either Rita or Zed or some brand new villain. You know, like
Yep. Yeah,
started
yeah.
off at the end when they defeat Lord Zed, and it's still the original Rangers in general, and then just create a timeline there where there's new villains, new shit going on. I think it would be amazing.
Yeah, you can be, dude. Well, Power Rangers is huge. That would be huge. It'd be dope, man.
Huge. If you
It'd be
haven't
super
checked
dope.
out, like look it up, y'all. Check out pictures or read the books. Like the Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff is amazing, dude. Shredder, bro. And that you just have to, I think I might have sent you pictures when I initially started reading it. But boy, amazing. Absolute flames. So good.
They did the Justice League crossover as
That
well.
was cool too. That was the first one I read initially. And then saw the Power Rangers stuff and I was like, oh yeah, I mean, the Justice League one was cool.
Metahumans.
A lot of Batman stuff. A lot of Batman
Or
stuff.
whatever. Oh yeah, man, Batman. Batman. They mixed him with the Ninja Turtles in the comic
Yeah.
books, and they made that animated movie. Him and Shredder were going toe to toe. That was fire. He was fighting all four turtles, which I don't think he could do, but whatever, whatever, whatever. They dude, that's something I never got, man. Like that's what I liked about the newer movies. They didn't downplay them being mutants. Like, dude, these are mutant animals. Like,
Right.
think of how strong a turtle is as a small turtle. Mutate them with human legs and arms and stuff like that, and give them the height and the weight. They'll be super strong, super fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
Like, and that was
if
great.
one thing the new movies did was show that, like when he was swinging around storage containers and shit, I was like, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's a
get
little
it,
much.
but
That's a little much. You know what
yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
get it, but okay, I understand what you're trying to do here.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Batman fighting four Ninja Turtles. Like, no, no, it's not happening.
Yeah.
I give him
So,
one.
um, the Power Rangers movie is going to be called. I had to look it up. I couldn't remember. Legend of the White Dragon. It's called. So that's going to be coming out Labor Day weekend this year. So we are only 2 months away from this coming out, like almost to the day.
I'm geeked.
So that's going to be crazy. We will definitely be watching that. Um, I don't even know what to say because the costume looks amazing. Like if you see,
Yeah,
it looks. I mean, all his costumes always look great. The Green Ranger Dragon's costume, the White Ranger Tiger costume, but this one looks movie worthy.
well, yeah, you mix both of them together. Come on, and he's a bad guy. Come on,
We'll see what happens here. It's gonna be interesting.
it's gonna be dope. Oh yeah, before I forget, let me get up out of here. The Jonathan Major things, people. You seen that?
Oh
And
yeah,
I just said to Brian before this news came out on TMZ. I was like, dude, it's probably just some bullshit. Some
you did
girl
say
wants
that.
some
You did
money or
say
she's
that.
mad or something like that. Boom. Next thing I know, I'm looking on it. His lawyer comes out and says that she's taking back everything that she said. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. People, you can't be quick to jump on these things, especially with rape charges or battery charges on a woman.
Yeah, he wasn't charged with rape,
There's,
but he definitely was charged with like battery and
yeah,
um.
or choking, like those. Yes, yeah. But I'm saying, like, that's one thing I never liked about that. Like, man, there's don't ask no questions, don't figure that out. You get arrested, and then we'll figure stuff out. That doesn't happen with anything else. You know what I'm
Yeah, I mean,
saying?
it sounds like she has some mental health issues, and she was going through like a psychotic break or something. Like she had some mental issue. It all happened. She actually went to the hospital after that, so it's lit. I'm always skeptical. Like something happened, everyone overreacts. The charges get dropped, everyone overreacts. Like this is kind of the back and forth of it. But the fact that she went to the hospital kind of shows more evidence that she what he's saying is probably true. Like she had something happen emotionally or mentally, and it kind of caused whatever it is. But the lawyer said they have video evidence, they have written statements from people that were there. There's like, I guess there's video in the car. She recanted it, and she has like two statements saying it's not true. So,
But dude, when it first popped, I thought I was like,
dog,
what
can
the hell
you
is Marvel?
imagine the people at
What the
Marvel?
hell's Marvel gonna do?
Dog, can you imagine what that room was like? Boy, there was emergency meetings. I guarantee you there was the craziest running around. And let's get real conspiracy theorists, right? Let's just say they have built this entire phase on this guy. Again, there's not anything, I don't know anything. I'm just saying, like, the conspiracy theorist in me. I wouldn't put it past them if some shit really happened and they was like, yo, we gotta go make sure that you know what I'm
Pay him
saying.
off, pay him
Yeah,
off.
I mean we're committed. They're pot committed. There's no way that to stop this train. So
Mm-mm.
like, either he didn't do it or they made sure he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? There was no other option to
No,
this
for
because
sure.
they are pot committed on it. They are. There's no way they could redo what is happening at this point. There's just no way. There's no way.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, people like okay, so it's being recanted, whatever and stuff like so. But say there was conspiracy theory, whatever like that. I don't condone the hitting of women at all, and
Never.
then I don't think you should, keep your hands to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to fight, whatever. We all know that, but I mean, like, I don't condone like the beating of women or mistreating of women at all. So that's not what I'm saying here. You know what I'm saying? But my first thoughts, though, as a Jonathan Majors fan, whatever, is like, it's got to be bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping it was, but if it wasn't, I would have threw the dude to the wolves. You know what I'm saying? I want to stick with that character. I don't care who you are, Kang. You're my favorite actor right now. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you're part of, I don't want no part of that. So I don't want to think nothing like that. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
assuming that the people running these multi-billion-dollar corporations are ethical and moral. You know what I'm saying? Like these are
Oh,
billion-dollar revenue
see Dana
generating
White's what he's
properties.
doing. You
There's
see
no
Dana White
way.
doing
Yeah,
what
there's
he's
no
doing.
way. I guarantee
You
you the panic at Marvel must have been fucking insane. Like everyone, if you're not in the building, be here in 10 minutes type shit. Like we are in the war room getting to the bottom of it.
Yeah,
And if he knows better, which I'm sure he does, he seems like a really smart guy. Once this happened, he should have been on the phone to begin with. Like they should have known before TMZ broke the news. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, lawyer, lawyer's calling. You know what I'm saying? The lawyer was calling Feige personally. Like, hey, bro, listen, you're about to hear a bunch of shit on TMZ. I promise you, it's not true. We're gonna prove it. Just
yeah,
don't overreact. You know, like let's
yeah,
that's just the conversations at that level, bro, had to have been just crazy. Like I've been in places where things happen just at like low level shit that I had to deal with, and the reaction and meetings that happen when shit like just crazy stuff, like if cops are involved, is crazy.
yeah.
Depending on the level of access that you have, I can only imagine what it's like when you are the face of a $10 billion phase at Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Like that is just gonna be nuts.
Yeah, like you're the guy. That's my first thought was like, what the hell are they gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What they gonna do?
They had a couple memes circulating because Ezra Miller for DC's kidnapped or groomed that girl or whatever, and they're not
Yeah.
really talking about it no more, which is unfortunate. The Flash is coming out, and it kind of just leaves the news cycle. People forget, but that's some fucked up ass shit. Anyways, they
I don't
were
like
making memes of both of them, like as villains, and then Robert Downey Jr. You remember in Infinity War when he comes up to not Infinity War, what was it? Yeah, Infinity War when Ebony Maw and the big one come to, and he's like, Earth is closed today.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're making memes of that moment with like dude's face and Ezra's face on the villains.
Oh, yeah,
The
I like
internet
that.
takes no prisoners, y'all. They don't give a shit. At some
Definitely,
point,
definitely.
me and Ray are gonna say something that a lot of people probably find offensive, and we'll be caught on some viral video saying something crazy. I feel it, but
I'm pretty sure I've been close.
but they don't take no prisoners. I know y'all know this for a fact. It's kind of fucked up that it's the world we live in. Like for his situation, it's proven. Like they have evidence, and she's just older now, so I don't know. Like it is what it
Hmm.
is, I guess, in their opinion.
But I feel like
Um,
Ezra Miller, he should have been trashed a long time ago.
yeah, for sure. So it's just one of those things, but we'll see. We'll see. The only way to change that shit is to hit them in their wallet and don't go see it, right? But everyone's gonna see it. That's just
Yeah,
unfortunate.
I'm not boycotting the Flash. All right,
All
I'll boycott
right,
him though.
y'all.
I'm
Well,
like,
I think today we had some healthy discussions. I think it was a good conversation, especially with the Call of Duty stuff, because I was curious and I hadn't asked you. And I know we send each other wins and stuff. And I know I was like, Ray always feels when I don't say something and he'll send me a win and I'll just thumbs up it like, yeah, good job.
oh,
you know, good job on the dub.
I
But
get a sense because you asked me like, well, resurgence or whatever. I'm
yeah, I
like,
don't
yeah,
ask you
wins.
all the
Hey,
time, but sometimes
it's
I
still
do
hard to
ask you.
win.
Yeah, no,
It's still
I
hard to
do.
win. No matter
At
what.
first, I asked you all the time, and then I was like, I know he noticed, so I don't ask. I still ask you sometimes, like, were you playing Resurgence?
Oh,
Like, yeah, good job.
it don't bother me man, either.
Good job.
I
All
get
right,
it.
y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Another episode of the Nerd Related Podcast. We try to stay away from spoilers on the two movies, but let us know if you watched them. What's your favorite part? Make sure you hit that subscribe and that reminder button so that we can pop up on your notifications. We are on podcasts for YouTube Music, so you can listen to our podcast on YouTube Music app, watch it on YouTube, listen to it on Spotify, on Apple Pod. You can watch the video on Spotify now. We got access to that. Starting to roll along, y'all. So make sure you keep subscribing.
Check us out on TikTok too. Nerd Related on TikTok, man. We're pumping out more videos. We got to get that up too, man.
Show us some love, y'all. Stay nerdy. See ya.
Yes, sir.